Tonight, the debate over a Civil War statue in Ottawa County continues. Earlier this week, we told you about this display in Allendale. It features a Confederate soldier and a slave.
The statue was recently vandalized as the topic of removing controversial monuments continues around the country. News 8's John Dommel spoke to an activist who took matters into his own hands.
In a conflict responsible for more American deaths than both world wars combined, there's still some contention surrounding the American Civil War more than 150 years later.
I decided that someone should step up, and I guess that someone became me.
My wife and I were just driving by there, and we saw people, I think there were 3 people, putting like a big covering over the 2 soldiers.
That covering, a plastic bag, and with it, paperwork condemning racism while praising Michigan's contributions to ending slavery on behalf of the Union.
There's so much controversy nowadays, I don't really know. It's part of history, and, you really can't change history. It's there, whether, the statue is down or not.
The idea of immortalizing those that fought to defend slavery, divide the Union, and killed U.S. soldiers acted as the inspiration for action.
There are hundreds of examples of monuments, not only the Civil War, but various conflicts all over the world that have managed to do that without depictions of secessionist traitors.
Talk about your decision not to do damage to it.
Well, that was certainly something that crossed the minds of a number of folks who were involved in the planning of this.
Ultimately, he and his partners felt like the winds of change were already in the air.
We wanted to give the Township Association and the community a chance to do the right thing, be on the right side of history, rather than cause any undue civil strife at this time.
It's a topic that continues to have a question mark long after the guns went quiet in 1865.
So far, we'll just wait and see what happens.
The township will talk about the future of the statue here in the Garden of Honor at Township Hall on Monday. Reporting in Allendale, John Dommel, News 8.